everyone, welcome back to Shop Life. We're finally going to do a video on my car. We're going to do a cosmetic upgrade today, but it actually even feels like a performance upgrade. We're talking about the steering wheel here. So currently I have this M3 steering wheel that I installed on here. This car is a 01 330i. It used to have the H steering wheel, but when I did the whole S54 swap in here, I also swapped in this M3 steering wheel. It also has this aftermarket leather cover on it. That was stitched on. It's just like a cover that you actually do stitch it on to put it really tight on there. It looks really good, it feels really good, but we actually have this carbon fiber steering wheel that Carbontastic provided us. So this steering wheel has been modified to make it thicker in certain areas. It's got real carbon fiber on the top, on the sides, and it's actually a fully customizable steering wheel. You can get whatever color stitching you want, you can get whatever material you want. You don't even have to get carbon fiber, you can get all Alcantara, different types of leather. They have a bunch of different options. You can customize that as much as you want. You can even put your own logo on the actual steering wheel. So I'm going to link all their stuff down below. They're also nice enough to provide any of you guys who decide to buy the steering wheel using my code right here, you will get 5% off of your total purchase. So be sure to go check them out. And as you'll see here shortly, the steering wheel is very phenomenal, and it's all real carbon fiber, handmade, and it looks amazing. So I'm not going to do a full DIY on how to, remove the steering wheel and put another one on. I already have videos on how to remove and how to upgrade to an M3 steering wheel, depending on whatever type of steering wheel you already have. I'll have it linked down below. So if you have the original H style steering wheel, so not the sport package wheel, I have a video on converting that, and I also have a video on the sport steering wheel. So the M3 steering wheel, the main difference between this and a sports wheel is the way the whole steering wheel shape is. The sport wheel has two spokes right here, and also it's not as thick as this. It doesn't have the thumb grips like as thick as this one does. And besides that, I mean, the buttons and the steering wheel airbag are actually the same. So the main thing that you're actually going to need is this airbag. So make sure you have a circular airbag. If you don't have a steering wheel already, just try to find a sports steering wheel with an airbag. I'm sure you can find it at your local wrecking yard or anybody that's parting out a car. So yeah, let's begin by removing this airbag, and we'll pull the wheel off, and you guys can finally see all of the goodness of that carbon fiber steering wheel. So here are the two steering wheels side by side. The carbon fiber one is a little bit heavier, mainly because they've added a lot more padding, changed the shape as well. As you can see, it's a flat bottom. But yeah, I mean, it looks really, really good, and it looks like very good quality as far as the fit and finish of everything. I mean, everything looks like if BMW were to make this type of steering wheel, this is pretty much how it would look. So the Carbontastic company, they do recommend that you swap out the springs, all of the buttons, and obviously you have to reuse your airbag. Main reason they say that is because these wheels are actually used steering wheels. So the body of the steering wheel is used, but they remade everything else is all brand new and mostly all handmade. So just to be safe, and know that all the stuff is in working order, they just tell you to change all that out. So this is a full review. I'm just gonna go with these buttons and see how they work. Worst case scenario, I'll just pull it back off and change them out. Just one tip and reminder I'm just gonna give you, so you don't have to keep going back and forth through the other videos as far as the DIY goes. When you're reinstalling the steering wheel, there's a notch right on the actual steering column, and there is a similar notch on the steering wheel. So make sure you line those up perfectly. That way the steering wheel is not sitting crooked when you're going straight. Just clean out the grooves if there is any dirt or debris in there. That way there's no issues getting it onto the actual steering column. Alright, before I install this airbag all the way in, I'm just going to turn it on and make sure all the buttons and everything works. Alright, all the buttons are lighting up. Buttons work. Alright. Push the airbag all the way in. Wow, that looks amazing. Yeah, this is the first piece of carbon fiber that I actually have on my car, but I feel like it goes really well with my piano black trim and everything. So I mean, it fits right in. And as you can see, I had these custom stripes put on the top, as well as the BMW tri-stitch. And I also have the Alcantara on the sides. So you can customize the configuration however you want. If you don't want this carbon fiber, or if you don't want this carbon fiber, or if you want the full thing to be Alcantara. I mean, they have a lot of options. So make sure you just go check on their website to see exactly what they have. Also follow them on other social media if you want to see other steering wheel builds that they've done. That way you get an idea of what you want to get done on your steering wheel. But yeah, so I mean, it feels really, really good. I mean, it's still really big. I mean, this flat section actually gives you a little bit more leg room. But besides that, I mean, it is an OEM steering wheel body. So they did take a used steering wheel and just pretty much took everything off and reshaped the whole thing, and then added all the carbon fiber as well. Alright, so let's take it for a spin and see how it feels when we're actually driving it. I remember the first time I did the whole M3 steering wheel, it changed the whole feel of the car. And I'm sure this will change even more since it is a whole different grasp, different style, and it's even thicker. Alright, so let's take it for a spin. Initially it feels really, really good. Like, there's nothing awkward about it. Even the I usually don't grip my steering wheel on the bottom to begin with, but it feels good having that extra space. I've got long legs and a short torso, so for me it's I'm always further back, but it feels great. And as far as the grip goes, I mean, this is really, really nice. So if you didn't already have an M3 steering wheel, or even like a sport steering wheel, you'll feel a huge difference. But if you already have a sport wheel, yes, you'll still feel a pretty big difference. But from the M3 wheel, it is a little bit different, but it's not as drastic as when it was when I converted it to the M3 wheel initially. But I mean, nonetheless, it still feels very, very good. And I mean, it feels different than the OEM M3 wheel as well. The only thing, if you are buying this for like a track car or something that, you know, you're gonna be autocrossing and stuff, I probably wouldn't recommend getting the carbon fiber exactly, just because it could be a little bit more slippery, especially when you have gloves on. But for like, I'm never gonna track this car. If I do track it, I mean, it'll be very like minimal. And I mean, it's just because it's my first car and I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. But for me, I just like how it looks, and I mean, it feels really good. I do plan on getting an Alcantara boot, an Alcantara e-brake cover as well to match the rest of this. But as you can see, I already have the suede headliner, which is I mean, it's obviously it's not Alcantara and it is fake suede, but I mean, it does somewhat flow with the rest of the interior. But yeah, I really do love the steering wheel. And like I said, they are kind enough to give us a code. So if you guys want to buy a steering wheel, make sure you use that code. The code is simple, it's just ShopLife. But anyways, I'd like to thank Carbontastic one more time. And I look forward to seeing any other products that they come out with. I know they're also working currently on like a LED display. So if you've seen any of the newer competition style steering wheels, they have the shift lights and stuff on the top of the steering wheel. So they're trying to retrofit that. And if that happens, that's going to be an amazing add-on as well. But anyways, make sure you go check out their website. Go follow them on social media. If you'd like to get one of these steering wheels, make sure you go ahead and use that code so you get 5% off your order. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Before everybody starts commenting and ragging on me for all the dash lights that are on, so this is actually, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're not familiar with the channel, this is a 01330i that did the whole S54 swap in, and I actually have it documented in most of my earlier videos. They're actually one of the first few videos. And the whole goal for the channel was so I can make the whole DIY for the S54 swap, which I did a lot of it, but I did not get to the coding yet. I've done this coding for a bunch of other people, a bunch of customers. I've done the whole swap and, you know, coded everything, got all the stuff functioning, all the lights, got rid of all of them, but I never got a chance to make a DIY and do it on my own car. So I will be doing that soon, now that I am going to be taking more time off to work on my car and my projects. And also, addressing the last video, no, I am not quitting working on cars. I still love to work on cars. Like I'm not sure if a lot of people got the wrong idea because of the thumbnail, it said quitting. Only thing I'm quitting is, you know, just taking on loads of jobs at a time. I'm gonna cut back all my customer jobs to about 40 hours a week and then spend the other 40 on working on my own stuff and expanding my skill set. So don't worry, there's still gonna be a lot more DIYs. Hopefully there will be even more and we can be back to how it was before I moved out to California. But anyways, I really do appreciate all the support. I got a lot of feedback, a lot of advice, and I did read almost each and every single one, and I also read all the Instagram messages, and I responded to a lot of those as well. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys stay with me on this crazy journey.